السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الإعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
God expressing always in form. And that's basically what he's referring to.
This verse from the Bible, word by word from the Bible. Jesus says, I don't know the time of hour.
No one knows the hour, not even the Son of Man. Not even the Son of Man.
Not even the Son.
Read it, please. You're correct. You're correct.
What are you saying?
But the context is not about a marriage. The context is about the hour, the last hour.
No, أنا معرض. كويس ولا لا؟ سلام brother. هاشم جاي.
Basically, the question is about the knowledge of the hour is only with the Father. Do you agree?
The Father, okay, as I said to you before, as I said to your brother here, Yahusha spoke in parables. So what he's speaking about, if you understand Hebrew culture, it's just that in the tradition of Hebrews, when the father sent out, when someone to get married, it was the father that chose the time. It was the father that chose the appointed time for the son to receive the bride. And that's what he's speaking about.
So what is a marriage got to do with the last hour?
Because the assembly is the bride.
Who is the bride?
The assembly, the believers in Yahusha, we're all the bride. We're all the bride.
Who's
What
bride?
do the time of hour? What that?
Wait, Habibi, wait. Are you a bride of Christ?
Pardon?
Are you the bride of
The
Christ?
assembly is the bride. The whole assembly is the bride.
So which assembly are you talking about?
The bride. Okay, so the bride. Sorry. So the followers.
You guys are people,
Hold on.
right?
So the followers of Yahusha, whether we're male or female, we're classed as the bride.
Okay.
Yahusha is the bridegroom.
Okay, so you're the bride and he's the bridegroom.
He's the bridegroom.
So basically-
he doesn't choose the hour that he receives his bride.
Right, so there's a difference. What you're telling me is that Jesus knew the hour, but the Father is the one who declares it. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying to you is that it's the prerogative of the Father to say when the bride comes to the bridegroom, because Yahusha is the bridegroom. So it's tradition. It's the Hebrew tradition, and in the role that the Son came, in his role as the Son, okay, he's not going to do what is the duty of the Father, because the Son in itself represents the physical body.
Okay, so basically you're telling me it was the Father's prerogative to declare the last hour, to know the last hour. Does that mean the bridegroom did not know about it? Or did he know about it, but it was still the prerogative of the Father?
Well, if you understand and believe that the Son is Yahusha.
Is the Son...
Sorry, Son is Yahuwah. Sorry, I do apologize.
Oh, Son is the Father?
Yeah.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We discussed this before.
No, now we got a problem.
Okay.
If the Son is the Father, then that particular passage in Mark 13:32, when Jesus says only the Father knows and nobody else knows, including the Son, yes, if the Father and the Son were equal, then it would be contradictory for Jesus to say the Son doesn't know, the angels don't know, only the Father knows.
He also said, I am my Father.
No,
Yeah, he also says, and the disciples are one.
Wait,
so what?
So hold on a second. So again, like I say with everything, it's always down to understanding. And you're a Muslim, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
So,
Praise be to God.
So for me, for example, I don't read Muslim scripture, yeah? And I won't be disrespectful to it or anything like that. I don't do any of that. I just talk things in love, yeah? With respect. No, wait, let's say something.
We read them all because we want to know the truth.
That's fine.
So we don't just hide one and just pick one.
No, that's fine. What I'm trying to say to you is, I don't try to get one up. It's not about that. I just try to talk about what I believe. Now, many people talk about the scripture and say it says this, it says this. They don't understand it, because I can bring you a scripture where Yahusha says, you have to eat my blood and drink my blood and eat my flesh.
I know that.
Yeah. So if I ask you that, what does that say to you?
What does it tell me?
Yeah.
Well, it basically, I hope it's metaphoric. It's not literal.
Well, no, okay. I'm asking you, and I'm going to ask you another question. So I'm going to show you.
But we are sidetracking now. Let's stick
No.
Let's stick to the topic. Wait. We can sidetrack many times, many different topics. Right now,
I've already explained that.
No, you haven't. You said it is a prerogative of the father, the bridegroom's father, to declare the time of marriage, yes, of the wedding. However, first and foremost, the context here is not about marriage.
No, that's what you're saying.
Hear me out.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that was your argument. That was your argument.
No, my argument
You said you should know the Hebrew culture.
No, it's about marriage.
That's what I'm saying.
So you saying it's not about marriage. That's your point.
Your argument was
Not even an argument, we're having a discussion.
No, argument means in the discourse.
Okay.
Argument has many meanings. One of them is during the discourse. So what I'm saying is that if Jesus clearly declares that he doesn't know the hour, yes, either it's one of two things. Either he's lying or he means something else by it. Okay? I think you are taking the position that he means something else.
No, it's all about understanding scripture. So let me go to what he says about what he says.
Why didn't we read the verse?
No.
Read the verse and then we go from there.
Right. Okay. You're asking me a question about the scriptures. So let me.
About Mark 13:32.
No, wait. So let me finish. I told you that he speaks in parables. All right. So he says it's not given to many to understand. So let me go to that scripture. Yeah. So you can understand what he says.
Sure.
To clarify.
Read the passage.
The letter killeth, but the spirit gives life. So let's go to what he says concerning that. Yeah. Because that would be a lot easier.
Put it here.
So that I'm not just saying something based on what I think I believe.
Oops, careful. I think it's already got one of yours. Which verse are you reading, if you don't mind me asking?
Give me 1 second.
It's Mark 13:32, if I remember, it says, nobody knows the hour, not the angels in heaven, not the Son, except the Father in heaven.
Okay, so I'm going to read Luke 8.
So nothing to do with this context, or it's got to do with this context?
No, it is. You keep interjecting. I said already.
I'm asking you. It's not interjecting.
And I said I'm going to explain that Yahusha always speaks in parables to people.
Well, I have no doubt about that.
Okay, so you're telling me what something means, so I'm going to show you something he says. So bear me a second.
But you're going to show me a parable which has got nothing to do with the topic.
No, but you could allow him to speak. You're not allowing him to speak.
Right,
I allowed him all this time to speak.
You see, you're trying to win an argument. If you're right about something, I don't care. I'm trying to explain.
Unnecessary. Win an argument, seriously?
I'm trying to explain.
I know he says he speaks in parables.
Give him a chance.
So there's a difference between sticking to the topic.
Do you want me to walk away and you can just talk to somebody
else? You're always free to walk away anytime, Jay. I never hold you back.
So do you want me to answer your question? Because I'm trying to show you.
You're going to answer my question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember my question?
That he was either lying or he was wrong about saying about the Son, and I said to
Mark
you,
13:32.
and I said to you that he speaks in parables.
I know that already. He speaks in parables.
Yeah, but give him a chance.
Go on.
I'm trying to.
Go on, Jay. Go on.
I'm just trying to basically. Okay.
Go on.
Yes.
Okay. So he starts by saying, so this is Mark. I'm just going to read it in its context. Okay.
Sure.
Luke 8:4. And when much people were gathered together, and were come to him out of every city, he spake a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the fowls of the air devoured it, and some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it withered away, because it lacked moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it and choked it. And other fell on good ground and sprang up and bare fruit 100-fold. And when he said these things, he cried, He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. And his disciples asked him, saying, What might this parable be? And he said unto them, he said, Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahuwah, but to others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand. So he is saying to them that many people will come and hear things that he has said in the scriptures to say, it means this, it means that. It's because it's not being given to them to understand. So you need to know, when you're reading the scripture, you need to know when Yahushua is speaking in a parable, what does he mean? Because it's not just black and white. So that's what I'm saying.
That wasn't my question, right?
So that's why I'm saying, in relation to you saying when he said no one knows, he is speaking about in the role of the Son. It is not for him to say, because he's in that role of the Son.
That still doesn't answer my question, my friend.
It does, because
he's
still Yahuwah.
My question is, when Jesus says nobody knows the hour, not the Son except the Father, yes, clearly, even if it was a parable, what does a parable mean? You know, every parable, you're talking now while I'm talking.
It's not giving him to say.
Let me finish.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let you finish.
Apologies, sorry.
Okay?
Sorry.
So when there is a parable, you know, by the way, Jesus did speak literally many times. He spoke in parables many times. Not every time he spoke was in parables. Do we agree upon that?
Well, that would be contradicting the scripture, but no.
Are you saying that every time Jesus spoke, it was always in parables? Is that what you're telling me?
No, what I'm saying to you, when he spoke to people,
yes,
mainly people that didn't understand, he spoke in a lot of parables. Not every single time, no.
Thank you. So not every time he spoke in parables.
Yeah, so you need to
now, in this instance, what was the question asked to him?
Huh?
What was the question asked to him?
He said, do you know the hour?
Which hour?
When the end will come.
Good. So nothing about wedding, yeah?
Yeah, it is. 'Cause you have to
When somebody asks you, when is the last
But you
hour?
asked me about my scripture. When I tell you something, you're telling me no, it's not.
No, but
okay,
an hour,
okay.
the last hour, the
Okay.
day of judgment, is nothing to do with the wedding.
Yeah, it is,
Is
because
it?
because the bride, which is the assembly, which is the believers, will then receive the bridegroom. You don't know the scripture. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait. Before you say I don't know the scripture.
Read the scripture.
So when Jesus was asked about the final hour, yes, the question is this. Now I want you to answer this without evading it, because you evaded it earlier.
didn't evade
Did
anything.
Jesus know?
Evade anything.
Did Jesus know the hour or not?
Jesus didn't know the hour.
He
You
did
say-
or
you
did
say
not?
He didn't know the hour.
He did know the hour.
I told you answered the parable. He is Yahuwah. The spirit in him is Yahuwah.
The spirit in him.
But as the son, okay, he's in the role of the son. He cannot reveal certain things.
Is the
to
son
us.
the father?
So he's. Yes, he's a father in
Okay,
flesh.
so you're not a mainstream Christian, because mainstream
No, no
Christians.
Trinity. I don't believe in the Trinity.
I didn't say you believed in that. I said the
Okay.
mainstream Christians, they believe that the Father is not the Son. Let me ask you that. If you believe using your argument that the Father and the Son are the same person, am I right? The Father and the Son are the same person.
Yeah.
Who died on the cross?
The body.
Whose body?
The body.
Whose body?
The body.
Whose body?
The body.
Yeah, but whose body?
Yahusha, the body.
The Father's or the Son's?
The body died. Yahusha is the son.
Do you
it's
not
the body.
understand my
Yahuwah
question?
Yahuwah is spirit. He can't die. Yahuwah is spirit.
I didn't tell you
So you-
how he died in spirit or in body. I
Okay.
asked you whose body
Let me
is the
analyze.
one. Is it the Father's body or the Son's body?
You're trying to lead me down the path, and I'm trying to answer the way I
see,
want to.
this is what you say.
Okay,
You don't know the scripture, you're leading down the path. All these accusations, I don't want all these ad hominems. Just answer the question, my friend. I did not make
I'm
assumptions.
calm.
No,
You
it's
won't
not
let me
about,
answer.
no,
You
it's
want
not
me to
about
answer.
calm.
You want
It's
me to-
about you making assumptions
no,
about
no,
me.
no, you want me to answer a certain
What
way.
did Jesus say?
Okay.
Remove the log from your own eye first, before you judge other people.
When you-
Thou shalt not
just-
judge.
just tell me when you're finished.
But you have judged me so many times now
he
in
said,
this
do not- he said,
conversation.
do not- no, he
We
said-
have seen that.
He said, do not judge by the appearance.
Brother J,
Do not judge by
simple
the appearance.
question. Whose body died on the cross? The Father's or the Son's?
I told you, the son. What do you want me to tell you?
But hold on,
What do
you
want
said
me
they're
to
the same.
What do you want
So
to
why are
say?
you saying the Son now?
No,
What?
because the son was in the
You said they are the same. Why are you saying the Son's body now?
Because the son represents the body,
Body.
the flesh.
Yes.
So the
The
Son
flesh.
died?
Son represents the body,
I
the
know.
flesh.
Does that mean the Son
You're asking me a
died?
question.
I'm
You're
Flesh.
asking me the
Yeah,
question.
I know.
The flesh.
This is the
So that
second
he-
question now.
Oh, God.
Did the Son die and the Father did not die? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you
What?
that the flesh, which is the body, because the Father, Yahuwah, is a spirit, so the body had to be given up.
To whom?
The body
To whom?
had to be given up.
To whom?
What do you mean to whom? The body, okay, listen.
Who had the body? Just
You don't let me speak. You keep asking me a question, then after a question, after a question.
I need to
speak.
clarify.
No, you don't need to clarify, because everybody
I
here
don't
can
need to
understand.
clarify, why?
Because well, you can clarify if you
I can't read your mind, Jay. I need to clarify.
Stop talking, I
I
might
can't
have
read
a
your mind.
chance.
Look, you are blocking. You're not giving him a chance.
It's alright, it's alright.
By the way, nobody else is speaking. Why you're?
Be
It's just the
respectful.
two of us.
Hey, be respectful.
I am being respectful.
Be-
Come on.
I'm saying
Compared to the guy who judged me 3 times already,
Because you
I'm
don't-
being pretty
because you-
respectful.
No, because you don't know the scripture.
That's why I'm asking you to clarify.
Well, you're not.
You see what I mean?
Well, you're not.
But he's saying don't ask.
I didn't say don't
Okay,
ask.
once
I said,
again.
I said let me speak.
Whose body died on the cross?
No, okay. I'm not going to keep answer. I've already answered that question.
Okay,
and
the
I'm gonna
sons. You
speak,
told me
and
the
I'm gonna
sons.
speak, and I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
do
speak.
the- Yeah, go on, speak.
I'm going to speak. So speaking for ages. So, the understanding is very straightforward. Yahusha, who is the Son, had to come with the body, fill the prophecies. So he's walking. The Father in himself, in his role fully as the Father, can do anything he wants. But as the Son, he was bound by prophecy because he had to follow all the prophecies that was written in the Old Testament. When he came into the New, he had to do all those things. One of those things ended with him being bruised and beaten, and the body itself, because Yahuwah, who is a spirit, doesn't have blood because he's a spirit. So the body, the only thing righteous to forgive sin is the Most High. But blood is the only thing that can remove sin. So he has to put on the body to bleed to remove that sin because he doesn't have blood. So the body in itself is referred to as the Son in that instance, which is his word. So the Son, in effect, is the word of Yahuwah, the word. What he speaks, that is the Son. The word does all the work. Because if Yahuwah came here in his fullness, we would all die because he's 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So the word in its essence is the Son.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the word.
And
now,
how-
wait a second.
Okay.
So in the scripture, when it says the word, the word was made flesh. The word was made flesh. So the word,
John 1.
so the word separate from that body is still the flesh. It's the doing part of Yahuwah. That is the Son, because the Son still exists. The Son existed way before. So the Son in itself is the word. The word which is still Yahuwah, was manifested and was given a body so that it could bleed blood to remove the sin of all mankind.
In other words,
that's simple.
Okay, so in other words,
so the Son is the Word.
Yeah, I got it.
Became flesh.
So
okay.
in other words, without the human sacrifice, you wouldn't be forgiven.
Not human sacrifice. Yahuwah doesn't believe in human sacrifice.
So who died on the cross? A human or God?
As I said,
yes.
Yahuwah doesn't believe in sacrifice. It's in the scriptures that no sacrifice. He himself came, put on a body, but in scripture only blood can remove sin because he's bound by
Whose blood?
Only blood.
Whose blood?
Only blood.
Yeah, I know. Look, in the Old Testament that was the animal blood. So in the New Testament, it is either human blood or it is God blood. Which one is it?
So in the Old Testament they had animal sacrifices, but again in the New Testament it says that the bloods of bulls and goats was not sufficient enough to remove sin.
Hence, whose blood?
So Yahuwah, the Creator, had to put on a body that needs. Yahuwah doesn't need a physical body to live.
I didn't ask if he needs to live, but he needs it to forgive.
So what I'm saying is, he put on he needed blood. It contains blood.
Whose blood, my friend, in the New Testament? Why don't you want to answer that question?
What do you mean?
You see, you accept it very quickly.
Human or God is us.
Yeah.
Is he human or God?
You see, I don't know, Jay. You accept it very quickly. Jay,
it's divine.
Jay, you accepted very quickly that in the Old Testament it was the animal blood.
No,
you see, you did not hesitate at all to answer that.
Yahuwah's blood. It's Yahuwah's blood.
Yeah, but is it the Son or the Father? Which one?
They're the same. I told you this. What I just say? Let me say it again. Let me say it again. You've got Yahuwah, who is the Spirit.
No, I understand how it works. All I'm asking is, whose blood?
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for everybody. I'm reaffirming.
But you have to answer the question I'm asking you.
Okay, so let me reaffirm, please. Okay.
You want to repeat yourself?
Let me Yeah, I want to. Because I already explained it. No. I already explained it.
If I didn't understand, you can repeat yourself. But I didn't ask you to.
So Yahuwah.
He already had a chance. He's repeating himself now. He comes another guy.
No. It's all right. It's all love, man.
There was a lady here who's been disturbing us. Now comes the guy.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.